Hi everyone, my name is Boybe and in this video I'm going to talk about one of the most powerful and emotional novels I've ever read, A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khaled Hosseini. This story is not only a heartbreaking tale of love and sacrifice, but also a cultural text that represents the struggles and resilience of a woman living under oppression. I chose this novel because it truly speaks to issues that are still relevant in our world today, especially when it comes to gender equality, women's rights, and the power of solidarity. Now, before we go deeper, let's first understand why A Thousand Splendid Suns can be categorized as a product of popular culture. Popular culture refers to cultural products that are widely consumed and recognized by a large audience. This can include movies, TV shows, music, or even novels that reflect shared values or issues in society. Although A Thousand Splendid Suns is a work of literature, it became a global phenomenon. Since its publications in 2007, the novel has sold millions of copies around the world, translated into many languages, and discussed in countless book clubs, social media forums, and literary websites. It's more than just a story, it's a cultural experience that shapes how readers all over the world understand the lives of Afghan women. Because of its massive impact and accessibility to a wide audience, this novel can absolutely be considered a form of popular culture. Now, let's move on to some basic information about the book itself. A Thousand Splendid Suns was written by Khaled Hosseini, an Afghan-American author who is also known for his debut novel, it called The Kite Runner. This novel was published in 2007 and it belongs to the genre of historical fiction and drama. The story is set in Afghanistan from the 70s to the early 2000s, a period filled with war, political instability, and social restrictions. The two main characters are Mariam and Laila, women from different generations and backgrounds who are brought together by faith, tragedy, and the cruel circumstances of their lives. They both become the wives of the same man, named Rashid, who is abusive and controlling. Despite their pain, Mariam and Laila develop a deep bond of friendship and sisterhood that helps them survive the harsh reality of their world. This relationship becomes the emotional heart of the novel, showing how women can find strength, hope, and love even in the darkest time. What makes this novel truly significant is how it mirrors real life issues that are still happening today. First, it highlights the struggle of women's rights. Mariam and Laila live in a society where women have very little control of their lives. They are expected to obey men, stay silent, and accept injustice. Sadly, this is not just fiction. Even now, women in several parts of the world still face oppression, restrictions, on education and gender-based violence. Second, the novel speaks about resilience and empowerment. Even though Mariam and Lila suffer greatly, they never lose their humanity or courage. Their relationship represents female solidarity, the power of women supporting each other against patriarchy. This message remains deeply relevant, especially in modern discussions about feminism, equality, and women's empowerment. Lastly, the book also connects to global awareness. Through popular culture like this novel, readers from around the world can understand Afghanistan not only through the lens of war, but through human stories of love, loss, and strength. That's the beauty of popular culture. It allows empathy and understanding across borders. To make this analysis deeper, we can apply some theoretical perspectives from our previous lectures. Let's say the first one is representation theory by Stuart Hall. According to Hall, media and cultural texts don't just reflect reality, they actually create meanings about it. In A Thousand Splendid Suns, the representation of Afghan women challenges the Western stereotype that portrays them only as victims. Instead, Hosseini shows them as strong, complex, and brave individuals who resist oppressions in their own ways. Another theory that fits here is feminist theory. From a feminist perspective, the novel exposes how patriarchy limits women's freedom, but also how women fight back through acts and solidarity and sacrifice. Mariam's final act, standing up against Rashid to protect Layla, becomes a powerful symbol of female agency and resistance. Finally, if we look through Grimsey's concept of hegemony, the story reveals how male dominance is maintained through cultural and social power, but can be challenged by unity and courage. Together, these theories helps us see A Thousand Splendid Suns not only as a sad story, but as a meaningful reflection of how culture shapes and questions power. To conclude, A Thousand Splendid Suns is not just a literary masterpiece, it is a powerful work of popular culture that raises awareness about women's rights, social injustice, and the meaning of resilience, and connect readers from different culture and generations, inspiring empathy and social reflection. Thank you for watching, and thank you.